Welcome back to Living 808. Today we are talking about a hot topic and a very timely topic. First up, we are talking about monster homes. It's going to be in the new What's the Law podcast. And joining us today to talk all about it is, of course, the host of What's the Law, Coralie Chun Matsuyoshi. Aloha, Coralie.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
So good. And so happy to be talking to you about this because monster homes, it's kind of a hot topic that a lot of people have been talking about. But those homes with 28 bedrooms, 18 bathrooms, they've been popping up everywhere, taxing neighborhood infrastructures, creating extra noise, and of course, well, for my neighborhood, taking up the parking, which is such a pain. So how is this working? How are developers of these homes able to get away with it?
In order to preserve the character of neighborhoods, there are ordinances that limit the square footage of a house relative to its lot size and the number of wet bars, laundry rooms, bathrooms, and bedrooms that you can have. There are also parking and setback requirements. The problem is that developers of monster homes will submit plans for one thing and end up building another thing after their permits are approved. To punish these bad actors, the state enacted a law in 2019, making it a misdemeanor to lie to government officials, including building inspectors. And just recently, the Honolulu City Council passed a bill to add more penalties for violators, like prohibiting them from submitting building permit applications for 2 years, increasing their fees, and subjecting them to more inspections on every home they build in the future. Another bill in the works would dramatically increase the fine for monster homes. And good news, a notorious monster home developer was just ordered to tear down portions of buildings on Sierra Drive.
Okay, good to know. So hopefully these changes and the future potential cracking down is really going to be helping to lessen the impact of these and maybe lessen the number that we see as well. So good to know. Okay, thanks, Coralie. And of course, you're going to be talking about that in your podcast. But of course, you're also going to be covering tax season. It's just around the corner. So first off, let's talk about what is taxable income?
Any income in the form of money, property, or services, including employee wages, fringe benefits, rental income and investment income, royalties, and even the sale of or payment of cryptocurrency is taxable. Unemployment compensation benefits are now fully taxable because the COVID exemption expired, and Social Security income is taxed by the federal, but not the state government.
Okay, good to know. And a lot of people, of course, looking forward to their refunds, but with smaller refunds expected this year, what tax credits and deductions can people take?
Well, most people are opting to take the standardized deduction, which dramatically increased last year, instead of itemizing and having to keep receipts for expenses like mortgage payments, medical, and charitable contributions. There are tax credits like child, dependent care, and adoption costs, and savings for retirement. Going green can earn you tax credits like 30% of home improvement costs for air conditioning and qualified door and windows up to $1,200, and a tax credit for 30% of qualified clean energy purchases like solar panels and battery storage. And you can now get upfront tax credits applied to the purchase of an electric vehicle instead of having to wait until you file your taxes.
Oh, that's nice. And it's been exciting to see how many EVs are popping up on the roads too. So very neat. I'm sure with these continuing, it looks like we'll be seeing more of those. Okay, so you cover, of course, the monster homes, the taxes in your podcast, but what about upcoming podcasts? What else can we look forward to?
What to expect in the bribery trial of former Honolulu prosecuting attorney Keith Kaneshiro, and what businesses need to know about wage and hour law. All this and more on KHON2.com. What's the Law?
Perfect. And we'll have a link to the direct podcast on our website as well under the Living 808 tab. We'll link you over to Coralie. Thanks so much for being here. And of course, thank you for doing this podcast. I know so many people learn so much from it. So we really appreciate all of the education.
Thanks, Kelly. See you later.
So much more when Living 808 returns. Stay with us.